Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, handoff inside. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on second down. Here's the throw deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
Automatic on the PAT. Now they get set to kick it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to extend the play. Going to try to use his legs here. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And looking to throw now on first down. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. They keep the drive going. It's a first out of the 46. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Receiver makes the catch. An explosive play. They finally grab him, but the ball moves inside the 25.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
The Buffaloes will have 1st and 10 here. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Running through the tackle. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down marker.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator. I'm not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. And the stop made just short of the goal line. They'll put it at the 2.
I love those positive yards on first and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
They're going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I love to see from the defense is the linebackers are scraping doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Brought down just short of the end zone. It'll be first and goal from the 1. And the Buffaloes line it up with first and goal. Press coverage now from these DBs. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. See if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Snags a quick throw into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes. So a long, methodical scoring drive, great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Ball handed to the running back. Bulldozing his way past tacklers. It'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed. He also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
What a great throw here and an even better catch by this Notre Dame wide receiver. Chris, let's be honest. If Notre Dame's going to become this top 5 team, this consistent brand, this is where they've got to make their biggest strides. The ability to make plays downfield and have the speed to be able to play with the big boys in college football.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just is...
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Takes the ball and heads to the left. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Point after, up and good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Not able to connect, incomplete. Second down after that previous play. Looking to pass. It's Finley. Pressure is coming. Breaking free at the 35. They finally get him down. It's a big gain. Ball moves to the 47.
And it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. The Buffalo's offense is on the move now. First down, looking to throw the ball. On the tight end, grabs it over the middle. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
And the Buffaloes with first and 10 here. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
So here we go. Third down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. Looking downfield, it's Finley. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He's got it near the end zone. Will step out after a nice gain there, and the offense will have first and goal.
Oh, I love it. Keep the kicker on the sideline. This offense knows when you're in the red zone, you got to come away with 6. Great play to keep this drive moving.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss. Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. Direct snap to the back. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Third and goal, we'll try to run it in. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you're going to come away here with a touchdown.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the one moves the ball up to the 33. Second down after that run on the previous play. And he's got it again. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Well, another first down run for Notre Dame. And, man, they have such great history of running the football over the years. I know you know that, Chris, but not just the backs. You think of those offensive linemen they've had in South Bend. Just what a tradition and something I know they're very proud of.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Notre Dame. This quarterback on fire today.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Buffalo's offense is back out there on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented. It shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more... with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
They'll kick it away here. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They go backwards on that 3rd down completion. Sets up a 4th down.
Hey, I really like the idea on 3rd down. I can kind of see the thought process there. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down. Sometimes that can work out. But the defense was just prepped and ready for it this time.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. 1st down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw. It's Finley. Bringing pressure. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
1st down here. The offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's a quarterback keeper. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looking right. This one caught. Touchdown, Irish. Strong game by this quarterback. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. It would have been a big ask for the defense there.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. It's a squib kick, fielded by one of the up men. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Defense is coming after him. Oh, it's tipped at the line and intercepted. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the defense adds 6 with an interception return.
Man, the key there is the defender gets his hands on the football, just knocks it up in the air. At that point, it's a free ball. Anybody can get it. But the concentration to come down with the interception and then the speed to be able to take it into the end zone. Just great focus and concentration.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. Looking to throw it on first down. The sure hands. It's Robinson. And the ball to the ground. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble.
Oh, the defense makes a huge play. They were able to poke the ball away from the receiver, but the offense was quicker to get to the ball, so they retained possession.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. It's intercepted, threw it across his body. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards. They're on 1st and 10.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And it's picked off in the end zone. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. Backed up this close to their end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. The pocket breaking down. Football knocked loose in the backfield. It's a turnover.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They were in the right place at just the right time.
So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Here we go. 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Patchett. Touchdown, Notre Dame. This offense is still clicking.
And that's his 2nd touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. First down. Looking to throw the football. He's escaping the pocket now. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
To the air, it's Finley. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And it's incomplete. They tried a desperation pass there as time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. Play action here on first down. Running out of time in the pocket. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense, and it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Quick throw to his receiver. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a 4th down.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that 3rd down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a 1st down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got 4th down.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. They can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Has the 1st down, still on the move. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, is this guy difficult to deal with or what? When your quarterback can just say, I am pulling this down and I am taking off myself on the option. He has that kind of speed. As a defense, all you can do is just say your prayers.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. 2nd down, looking to throw it. He's running out of time here. Touchdown, Irish. And the route is on. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line.